teach some guard passing. Didn't really know what to do, so I'm gonna go with this. It's kind of what I've been playing with, having a fair bit of success with it, like little bits of didactic things, and a lot of it comes from a lot of what I picked up from Matt with passing, a lot of what Henry Akins talks about, and it's just some of my interpretation of some of the guard passes I use and how that fits with what they're talking about, hopefully. So the whole idea of this session is we're going to make our opponent carry out weight. This is what people talk about when they talk about pressure. They say pressure passing, someone's got good pressure. Having pressure doesn't necessarily mean you have to be big. I've felt small guys much smaller than me who've had fantastic pressure because they know how to use their weight. They put the weight in the right place so they can rest while I'm carrying the weight, and that's what you should be looking to do. It's also passing where I'm not having to move fast. I think it was John Frankel who said something like, I'm only interested in people who can beat me in slow motion. And I took a lot away from that because you kind of the best guys, like I can get beaten, but if I get beaten by someone who's just much more athletic than me and just jumps around, passes, smashes me, you know, it is what it is, but it's the guys who can really shut you down and you see everything coming, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. So that's something I kind of aspire to make in my game personally, and I think it's a good kind of thing to work towards, being able to beat people in slow motion. So there's kind of an element of that there. As with most of the stuff I try and teach, I'm looking for something that's effective with the jacket on, with the gi. It's effective no gi, and it's effective in MMA, and think by extension of that, self-defense, whatever that is. So it doesn't fall apart when I take the jacket off because I'm relying too heavily on grips, and it doesn't fall apart as soon as strikes are involved because I'm getting kicked or punched in the face. So it has to straddle that line with only small modifications. The style of passing I'm going to use, I watched a lot of a jiu-jitsu player called Murilo Santana, who passes quite a lot like this, and it's kind of the sort of passing you'll get taught in your first few classes. We're going to do a double underpass and an over underpass, and I think a lot of the reason this stuff gets written off quite early is because it's kind of done wrongly. Is that the right word? Where we're lifting up, trying to use a lot of strength and go from there. We're going to try and redo that so we're not doing that. So let's get into it. What are we going to use? Ross. Let's go, buddy. So first one, we're going to do double underpass. I'm going to start stood above my opponent. My opponent could be seated. This is quite likely if we're wearing a jacket because he's going to be wanting to get hold of me and grab me. So very quickly I'm going to try and put him back to his back. It's unlikely in a fight he's going to be sat up because if he sits up in MMA, boom, he's getting one of them. So you can use either of those tactics against the seated opponent, but I'm putting him backwards. With my double underpass, all I'm looking to do is rock his feet up. Okay, so as I approach his feet, I'm splitting my feet and I'm not just walking in and getting wrapped up in everything here. Okay, as soon as he starts hooking in my legs, I've got problems. He's got butterfly hooks, delta hooks, everything like that. He should be pointing his feet at me as I approach, so as I come in, I'm immediately just making his heels lift like this. And what that's doing is it's showing me his hamstrings. The minute I see his hamstrings, I'm going to shoot. And I'm moving, okay? I'm trying to get my shoulders connected to his hamstrings. Arms is not going to be enough here. If he spreads his knees wide and walks his shoulders away, I've lost everything. And this is why people ride double underpassing off. Because now I'm here, Ross is massive, and I'm going, that's not happening. Yeah. So his shoulders connect. So as we move in, tip the feet up and shoot. You see I've got my shoulders in. Now the next thing I want to do is make an angle. Yeah. If I'm straight on here with my head completely lined up with Ross's, and he does a shoulder walk movement, very difficult for me to stay with him. If I make a small angle to about here, everyone see the difference? My angle's kind of, if I imagine a line which is going down my spine, it should be pointing from his hip to his shoulder. Now if he starts to walk away, should be a little bit more difficult, and I should be able to kind of track him with my feet. Pay attention to my feet. I'm up on my toes, okay? Around it. This is the best gym in the world to practice this in, because no one's mats are slippier. And if you can keep traction on the mat at SBG Manchester, you can keep it anywhere, okay? I'm up on my toes, I'm pushing into him. Do you feel comfortable?
Not really.
Okay, the fact that he's talking like that and I'm talking like this tells you something already, okay? He's working harder than I am in this position just to sustain my position, okay? You can anchor into the gi and hold the pants, yeah? That's what the gi is there for, but again, I'm not relying on that. If this is no gi, I can find grip here and grip here. The gi just gives me a little bit extra. Okay, holding there. I don't expose my elbow. If my elbow's wide like this, if I'm doing anything like trying to reach into Ross's collar, it's easy for him to push my elbow up and start moving me, bringing his legs back inside and causing me problems there. Approach the part, expose the hamstrings, change level, and shoot. Immediately make an angle. If you want to go ahead and lock in at the gi, lock in at the pants, that's fine. And make your part and carry your weight. You're going to do like 15-20 seconds here. This guy's just going to move around. I'm just going to sustain my position like that. I'm not looking to pass yet. I want to make my partner suffer a little bit before I pass. Everyone good? Alright, let's do it back and forth.